Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Noah.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown movies, games, comic books, anime, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. This is what we are covering tonight. We are going over the anime To Your Eternity. But before we do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can enjoy this show on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Odyssey, and more. We also have the membership tiers on those platforms if you'd like to support the channel, or you can check out buymeacoffee.com/KOE podcast. Alrighty. We are going over To Your Eternity, an anime that I believe is in its second season at the moment. We tried to do this at one point before, but
Our fucking technology exploded.
Yeah, so this is a revisit for Noe for some of it, but for
a new journey for you guys.
Yeah. Because last time our entire recording equipment doing this did not work right, so
Yeah, it was weird. I lost half of the talking about the one.
Yeah.
With Jet Li. My name is Yula. I'm nobody's bitch. You are mine. Damn, I love that. My name is Yula. I'm nobody's bitch. Jet Li has like that with his accent, right?
Yeah.
You can tell his accent when he's doing lines and stuff. There's always like that heavy Chinese accent.
Yeah.
But when he did that line, just for that, like, I don't know where he pulled that out of, but that came from the heart. I'm Yula. Nobody's bitch. Like, that was not Jet Li. Like, I'm nobody's bitch. It was someone else.
Like I said the last time, though, he practiced that shit because he felt it.
Like, yeah, it was like, ain't no one raping Jet Li.
You're his bitch.
I don't need to know you. You only need to know me. He proceeds to beat everybody's ass.
On a pyramid?
Yeah, on a pyramid for like fucking the end of the movie. With like thousands of dudes coming to get that booty.
Yeah.
He's like, not today.
He'll fight to the death.
Hell, I would too.
Yeah.
You're not getting this fucking flawless asshole.
You know me, like that one meme that it came out a couple of days ago, but where it's got the guy where it shows up top where it says brother's first day out of prison or something like that, and he's doing the twerking outside the gate, and somebody put on there, it's like, yeah, he's throwing it back in prison too. He's dropping that soap multiple times.
Ouch. God dang. Someone who knew him or something? Oh man.
It's like he wasn't trying to do. He wasn't just doing hard time. He was doing time hard.
So just ragging on him all over the comments. The comments are some of the fiercest fucking things in videos. Like some of the most like crafted jokes and just innuendos and flat out just trolls just in the comments. They say some of those horrendous shit I've ever heard.
Oh, the comments are the best.
They're brutal.
They're the best though.
I was watching this video of this old guy who was the video's recorder is the convenience store owner. Mm-hmm. This older man, he tells him, "Hey, old timer, if you could drink all this Sprite in one go, give you $50." And the old man takes the cap off. He like practically throws like, ha. Doesn't say a word, right? He starts chugging the fucking Sprite, and then he drops it back down. You can tell it only got to the fucking label of the bottle. It's a Sprite bottle, so he only got to the label where the like little sticker is.
Yeah.
Like barely. He was fucking dying because he had so much, like all this in one go for $50. He's like, "Vámonos," and he's like, like all that fucking, the fucking carbonation hit him hard as fuck.
That's hilarious.
You'd have to see him. I can't do it justice. Watching an old man fucking gagging on Sprite. Quite a sight.
Worth it. It's worth it though.
Yeah, he didn't win $50. So he basically took 2 sips and started fucking gagging because it didn't even fucking touch the sticker rim. It's like that much he drank, little portion, and he just like, you can't hard drink fucking carbonated soda unless you're ready for it.
Yeah.
You ever like when you haven't, it's been a long day with soda, and you get the hiccups from drinking it. Yeah, that's what happens, people. Sometimes your body's not ready for
it. Mostly for that McDonald's Sprite.
Shit'll hit you like an enema.
The kind of hit you don't want.
The kind that you need.
An enema hit. All right. Well, getting into this, the story starts off. At first, it took the form of can't even talk now. At first,
This video's ruined again.
I know already. It took the form of a sphere that could imitate anything that existed. Sometime after being dropped onto the earth, it assumed the form of a rock, and once temperature began to rise, it copied the appearance of moss. Before long, as snow began to fall, a single wolf came ambling from the south, and once it collapsed, it took on the form of that creature too.
So this is the origin of Pennywise?
Kinda, yeah.
That's what you keep saying. It. I'm like, it's got to be Pennywise.
Well, it doesn't have a name at this point.
With the worst ending in book history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And things in the book that shouldn't have happened, so.
And they haven't. They happened for like 20 pages, it seemed like.
It's funny when people bring that up to Stephen King. He blocks him instantly.
He's probably so high on cocaine, he didn't even realize what he was writing.
Well, let's hope that was the thing.
Well, I coked out of his mind.
Let's hope that's what happened. He was coked out of his mind, and that's why he wrote that.
It had to be something because they should have taken that out years ago. So, like,
They did out of all the most new books.
not the one I got. The one that says now a motion picture.
Oh god.
Yeah, a new motion picture. Like, oh, this is new.
It depends on, I guess, who's printing them.
Yeah, because like there has to be a reason that he had to explain to his editor, like, Steven, this part where all the little boys fuck the little girl, is this necessary to the plot? He's like sniffing it out of coke. Yeah, it's real necessary. Fucking teeth rattling from the cocaine. You gotta understand.
Licking his teeth and shit.
You gotta understand. It's not about the fucking. It's about the. He fucking passes out. He had to have a reason to explain.
I would like to know what that reason was.
I kind of do too. Like Stephen King, yo, what the fuck's up, bro?
And that's why I said anybody.
And he just fucking looks at me like, shit, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Be like Rick James.
Rick, that's what I was going for. I was from Rick James, bitch. I don't do things just to do them. I of course got more sense than that.
And then, okay, yeah, I did grind my feet into the couch.
You remember grinding my feet in the Oh man, I love that episode. That put it on the map.
Yeah,
That was the one.
Between that and the Prince one, where Prince played basketball.
And he's like, I tell you, I saw with my eyes. Like he put one hand down off the rim, and the other one he floated down.
Yeah, and what's funny is that Prince even confirmed the story.
Jesus,
He's like, yeah, it did happen that way, but I didn't make him break fists. The mate did.
God dang. What's Prince just breaking ankles on the court?
Yeah, he used to play basketball in high school,
Oh fuck!
and he was little, like he was 5'4"
I'm 5'4".
on a good day.
I'm a grown man. I was 5'4" when 5'4" was 5'4". Now I'm just short.
But still not dwarf qualifying. You can't get down to dwarf status.
That is the irony. I'm too tall for any little person organization.
Yeah.
I'm too short for the rest of the world. Where do I belong?
You're stuck in the middle. All right. Having gained conscious, it, now in the form of a wolf, continued walking and carving into its mind new sensations. After walking for an unknown amount of time, the wolf comes across a boy. The nameless boy, calling the wolf Joan, is very excited to see it and is very happy it didn't forget about him. Noticing that Joan isn't acting normal, the boy carries it into the house where he tries to give it food, but to no avail. Once inside, Joan, the entity, takes in the atmosphere of the house, observing the sounds, the smell, and the warmth. If it could speak, it would probably have said, "I want to stay here forever." The next morning, after trying and failing once again to feed Joan, the boy and the wolf go out to gather wood. Besides the boy, there is no other people to be found, and the only thing outside is houses that have long since fallen into ruin. The boy cuts and gathers wood from nearby houses, telling the entity it's like borrowing from other people. But he expresses guilt, saying he knows deep down that if the others were to come back, they would probably be angry with him.
Fuck those people. I'm abandoned in my own fucking village. I might as well just break into their houses.
Yeah.
Because see what kind of weird porn they got.
He understands that if he doesn't do this, he will die, though. He holds out hope that the other people of his village will eventually come back, even though they've been gone for 5 years. The boy mentions that the villagers left in search of a paradise with food and people. In that paradise, there are many types of fish and things that they call fruit. He tells Joan that how much he would have liked to go with him, and recalls trying to sneak out and follow them. But Joan stopped him by biting his leg. As a result, the other villagers told him he should stay back and take care of his grandparents, but that they would be back with souvenirs whenever they found the place.
Yeah.
So they say they were going to come back for him, but that didn't happen.
That sure didn't pan out.
After gathering wood, they head back into the house, and the boy hears a noise coming from the inside. Before opening the door, he silently hopes and pleads that the noise he hears from one of the villagers is what's making the noise. However, he soon finds out that the noise is actually the result of the fish at the end of the fishing line attached to his home. The boy retrieves the fish, and to save fuel, they decided to eat it raw.
Save fuel?
Because he doesn't have very much firewood left.
Fuck, just break the houses down. What the fuck are you talking about?
Noticing that Joan is refusing to eat for a third time, the boy wonders if the wolf has forgotten how. He shows him how to eat, and the wolf immediately mimics the boy's actions. Later that night, the boy draws pictures of the other villagers on the wall. He explains to Joan that he is doing this so he doesn't forget about the people that had lived there. He then tells Joan that he's thinking of leaving because he wants to see the world and experience new things, even the bad things that will undoubtedly happen. The boy spends all the next days preparing for the journey, and once it is finally done, they head south. After hours of walking, they come across a marker that tells them to continue heading forward, and they decide to rest for the night. So far, the wolf is figuring out that this kid wants to completely leave and book it out of there finally.
What if it was one of the animal shits for the first time? He's like, what the fuck? Just blows out his asshole. Like, what the
While eating dinner, the boy says that he can't wait to eat something else besides fish, and that he would love to try eating things like fruits and vegetables. The two continue on their journey, finding more and more markers. About after 5 days, the boy finds a bush that he says proves that they have gotten closer to the mountains. And just as they were about to continue, the boy slips and falls into the water, injuring his left leg.
Damn.
They decide to stop for the day so the boy can tend to his injury. He tries to reassure himself that it's just a flesh wound and that he can keep going. As the days pass, it is obvious the boy is losing strength, as he cannot continue walking for a long period of time, and his injury is starting to swell. He continues to try and convince himself that turning back now would be foolish and that surely they don't have much further to go. Just as he says this, the boy spots a marker with a crossed out arrow, telling him that going any further will not lead to the paradise that he's looking for.
Damn.
To the left, the boy sees broken down wagons and multiple headstones. The boy, trying to remain optimistic, tells Joan that everyone got this far, which means paradise can't be that far away now. Breaking down into tears, the boy asks Joan if they can still make it to the mountains. When the wolf doesn't respond, he becomes frustrated, wondering why he doesn't answer him. He continues crying even harder, knowing that Joan can't respond and that he's been talking to himself the whole time. He apologizes and decides to go home. Going home would probably be the best thing to do. Once home, the boy cries himself to sleep and awakens the next morning with a fever. He makes Joan food and checks on his wound, which is now infected. He tells himself that his wound is healing and that once it heals, they will try to find a way to the mountains again. However, the boy's fever is even worse the next day, and he has no strength to get out of bed. Later that night, he struggles to get to his chair, saying, "If I'm sleeping whenever they all come back, that would be embarrassing, right?" And he asks Joan to never forget about him and quietly lays back in his chair. The next scene with the boy shows him meeting up with the other villagers and traveling to find the mountains. They eventually reach their paradise where they find other people. After an unknown amount of time, the boy's body falls to the ground. The wolf tries to get him to move, but is unsuccessful. It grabs a hold of the boy's coat and immediately begins taking on the form of the boy. It leaves in search of an even stronger impetus, and would no doubt fulfill the boy's wish of exploring the world. So he ends up dying.
Yeah. I figured that much.
Yeah, and the wolf is having a new sensation of loss, because that's the way this entity evolves, is feelings and new experiences, I guess. So whenever the boy dies, since he had some feelings for the kid, takes on this form.
What was wrong with the village? Why couldn't they just live there?
If I remember right, there's just no food
Oh, fuck.
because it's like in Iceland.
Kind of
like
fucking. Who makes a village in a place that's desolate?
it reminds me a lot of like Nordic or Eskimo style.
Maybe they're nomadic. They just
It could be
maybe there was such a harsh winter they couldn't move, and then. But why'd they leave him behind?
because he stayed with his grandparents, like the elderly of the village, and he didn't go because the dog bit him, like the real Joan, the real dog,
Damn.
and then he got shot by an arrow or something. And
Oh, yeah.
injured his leg.
Who attacked the dog?
I don't know.
That's weird.
We don't know if it was an animal or a person.
Oh,
Whenever it fell onto the rock, and then
yeah.
it turned into the wolf.
Maybe he fought the kid, and the kid. Well, no.
No, because the boy loved the wolf.
Yeah. Maybe someone tried to hunt the wolf.
A possibility. Huge possibility. Whenever you see that, though, like I said last time, if you go on YouTube and you see people reacting to this, oh my God, every girl. My God. Every single one.
They gotta feel something vicariously through something else.
Because me explaining the plot is not, obviously it doesn't do justice to the actual
things,
anime. Because you get the environmental music and like it's...
Dovahkiin. It just starts playing the Dovahkiin down.
You know none of the words besides Dovahkiin?
No, that's, hell no, I don't.
And you've heard it for years?
But I can mime it perfectly. Some shit like that.
We get copyrighted just for that.
They probably would, don't you dare.
Hey, we didn't get copyrighted for Super Mario, so...
They don't know where he exists yet. The minute they do.
Da-da-da.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that was a random weird like segue we went into, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did I just hear a da da da? You son of a bitch! Their little fucking song. Like even the slightest Mario mimic of their music is like fucking like it's tantamount to a lawsuit.
Pretty much, yeah.
I forgot about that weird tangent I got into. It does seem to be my MO to just fucking fly off the handle.
Yeah, it's fine. That's why people listen to you.
Yeah, you should follow me. Like
You go left every time.
I go left, and you think I'm gonna go right? I go up.
And just go farther down. It's like we're all going to hell anyway, so it's fine.
I'll see you all there.
I'll be driving the bus.
I'll be on the throne. Welcome to hell. No, the devil's not a good fist fighter.
That would be well. He lost,
The funniest shit.
you taking that though? He did lose to Michael.
There you go. Just kid up there, start whipping ass.
He beat the smack. Just beat the shit out of him. It's like I can't fight. But that's everything I got. Hopefully, everybody checks it out.
Hopefully the video works.
We can cross our fingers.
And it's not a fucking screeching. Like, what is it? Just like a silence?
Silence, yeah.
Like fucking.
The sound of silence.
It's so deafening sometimes. Actually,
Yes.
like you just hear your ears just thumping.
Yeah, and nobody wants to. You hear the blood pulsing.
Yeah,
in your
you're
ears.
just like, what is that noise?
Like the quietest room in the world,
Yeah,
where it's like people can't be in there for too long because it just bothers them because it's so unnatural.
yeah. Should try it one day.
Yeah,
One day,
it'll be called death.
not today.
Anything else to add before we head out?
I never do, unless I do.
I never do unless I do.
Yeah, and that is pretty much like I do, and sometimes I don't.
All right. Well, we will see you guys on the next one, and stick in for the next Monday musings.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.